Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ & Sons and our NCAA 22 baseball series with the Longhorns. And we have got a heck of an episode for y'all today as we are in the humid and muggy area of Miami to take on the Hurricanes. This is going to be a 4-game series. We are in Game 2 right now. We did win Game 1, so this is going to be Game 2, and we'll finish off the series by the end of this episode. And our hitting has actually picked up quite a bit. We've gotten closer to the 500 mark, which is kind of where we needed to be at. We needed to start making this climb up pretty early, and we have. And I think today is going to be a pretty good opportunity as well. As the Hurricane starter, Ralph Reed is only 2-7 on the season, but his ERA is 5.11. He's given up 100 hits already, and his walk-to-strikeout ratio is only about 2-1. So we've got a pretty good opportunity ahead of us, and we're going to get this one started off early here with Bill Hamill to lead us off in the top of the first. And that first pitch is going to come in as a called strike on the outside corner. And looking at their record, Miami is the last in the ACC. We are no longer last in the Big 12, but we're definitely not near the top. And after that first pitch comes in, the second one is going to be driven foul down the left field line. The count is now going to be 0-2 to Hamill, the first batter for these Longhorns on this evening. And here comes the 0-2 delivery. It's going to be fouled off again. Hamill's been in kind of a slump recently. Hasn't hit as well as he did at the start of the season in the first about month or so. Hopefully we can get that turned around here. And apparently not, as Hamill will swing and miss on a slider down and out of the zone. Not a good decision there, and that will lead to the first out of this inning. So here comes up our third baseman, Martin Cruz, to the plate. And he's going to drive that first pitch foul down the left field line as well. So now Reed doesn't have a whole lot of speed, so it is going to take us a little time to adjust to his pitches. We're coming around a little bit too early on him. And that second one was a beautiful changeup on the outside edge, just out of the strike zone, but got Cruz to swing anyway. So here comes the 0-2 delivery. That's going to be swung and a miss, but the catcher's going to have to throw it down to first. And our first two batters will strike out, basically. This is not looking good. We needed to turn our hitting around. Our top two guys going out, that's not what you want to see. So Cristobal Ramirez will come to the plate. He is going to be our shortstop for today. And that first pitch is going to be high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. And Ramirez batting .258 on the year with 11 home runs. So he does have a bat. We just got to get it to contact that ball. And the second pitch is swing and miss on a changeup down low. That is going to be 1-1 here to Ramirez. Now Reed comes forward with it. And it's going to hit a high fly ball down the right field line, and it will drop in the foul territory, making the count 1-2. Odd we come around late on that one. It seems like our timing is just way off, and we're starting to guess a little too much. As that next pitch comes in, a slider down and away for a ball. Evening up the count at 2-2 for Ramirez here in the first inning. Now Reed on the 2-2 delivery. Ramirez drives it deep into the outfield, and it's going to drop in, and that is going to be just a single, as the Hurricanes do get that ball in quick, but it does put a base runner on, which is what we've been needing to have happen from the top of our lineup. And he got good swing on that one and drove it into the outfield. You know, this field is a pretty big one that the Hurricanes have, so not a whole lot of home runs generally get hit to center field. You see some of those get more pulled to the right or to left field. Now here comes Darren Cochran, batting .342 on the season. He's got 43 runs scored, and his OPS is .895, so pretty good year for him so far. But that first pitch is a swing and miss for strike one. Now here comes Reed with the second pitch. Cochran's going to drive that deep to right field. It is going to go. He's not going to be able to catch it. It's bounce off the wall. Here comes Ramirez, and he's going to round third. Nope, he actually stayed. He cuts it off. Good play by the Miami defense. And they got that ball in quickly as Cochran blasted that thing off the wall about 3 feet higher. You're talking a 2-0 lead for the Longhorns here. But that will put Cochran on second and Ramirez at third. So here comes Kenny Falk, batting .276 on the season, number 5 in our lineup. And he's going to drive that one deep to left field. It's going to stay fair. 2 runs are going to score. Falk is going to be rounding first. He's going to come into second. As the throw comes in, Falk slides in safely. A 2 RBI double to lead off this inning here in the top of the first. What a great way to get this game started. 2-0 lead Falk got the timing on that one and just drove it into left field, ricocheting it off the wall all the way in the corner. Hurricanes had no chance to get that one in, but Falk, not known for having that much speed, does have to slide into second, but comes up safe. Now Jim Doyle is going to come to the plate batting sixth for the Longhorns today, and that first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. It does get away from the catcher, but he corrals it before we can move anybody over. Now Doyle is batting just in the mid-200s for his batting average at 221, but he does tend to have some big hits for us in good spots. As that next pitch is going to come outside on him. That's going to be 1-1 is the count. Now to Doyle here with the man on second. 2 outs in the top of the first. Longhorns leading 2-0. And that pitch comes inside, and that's going to be a ball. So 2-1 now to Doyle here in the top of the first. 2-0. We got some momentum. We definitely need to capitalize on it here and take advantage of this spot that we're in. Reed delivers a pitch. Doyle, high fly ball, and that's going to travel foul, but man, did he get a hold of that one. Blasted it. That was going to be nonstop flight out of here, but it goes foul, and so the count is now 2-2. And Reed delivers it, and Doyle's going to hit a short little grounder up to third. They fire it over to first, and that's how the top half of the first inning is going to end, but damage done by Kenny Falk here on that line drive, a blast shot to left field, bouncing it off the wall, driving in the 2 runs, and giving the Longhorns a quick 2-0 lead here in this ball game. Now we're back with Larry Dillon starting on the mound for the Horns. He's 4-8 on the season, but if you look at his ERA, it's at 3.7, so he hasn't gotten all that much run support. He's only given up 81 hits. His walk to strikeout ratio, 31 walks on 105 strikes. You know, you're looking at basically 3-1, about 3.5-1 really for the most part. And leading it off for the Hurricanes is going to be Brady Wellington, batting .250 on the year. Not bad, but we'll take a look at the Hurricane lineup here in just a minute to see kind of what has led to some of their troubles here to start out this season. And that first pitch by Dillon is going to come in as a strike, so 0-1 is the count. And Dillon comes back with the second one. Swing and a miss by Wellington on that fastball up in the zone. It's a good thing he did not come around on it, because that would have been a long fly ball. Now 0-2 delivery. That's going to be a swing and a miss again. The first strikeout of the game for Dillon as he is firing that one in. Like I said, his record at 4-8 has really just been led because we haven't gotten all that much run support whenever he is on the mound. But hopefully we can get that turned around today. It looks like we have started that, getting a quick 2-0 lead. Now Grover Rodriguez for the Hurricanes comes in batting .228 on the season, and that first pitch is going to be a fastball, and he's got that working at 96 miles an hour. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, so 0-1 is now the count to Rodriguez. As Dillon, 3 pitches for the first out. He's already 1 pitch, 1 strike into the second batter. And the next one is going to be a line drive to third. It's going to bounce once. Cruz fires it over to first. That's going to be out number 2. 5 pitches, 2 outs for Dillon to get this inning started. So taking a look at the Hurricane lineup, if you notice, they don't have really anybody batting over about 300. The biggest one is Jonathan Coronado there, highlighted at .292 on the season. And that seems to have really led to some of their trouble that they've had. Is if you're not getting the run support, you're definitely not going to get the wins. And so here comes Ernesto Vega, batting third in the Hurricane lineup with a .259 average, one of their better hitters. And that first pitch comes into him down and away for a ball. But it looks like that should have been called a strike. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way. So 1-0 pitch is going to be hit foul down the right field line into basically the Miami bullpen. That's going to even up the count at 1-1. Now Dillon comes home with a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Vega. That was a great little off-speed pitch on the outside. Got him to swing on it. Went from inside the zone to outside. Beautiful pitch. Next one is going to be high fastball out of the zone for a 2-2 count now, evened up here. And Dillon comes home with the 10th pitch of the inning. That's going to be a high pop-up. Larry Colon steps in and is taking over for Gonzalez here for the day at second base, and he'll get his first out of the game on that short little pop-up just past the second base side. Now we're going to advance on up to the top of the 4th inning, where we do have a man on second. And Jose Villegas, who's 0-for-1 on the day, is to the plate. He's going to foul that one off and bring the count to 0-1. There are no outs in the inning. The score does remain 2-0 Longhorns here And Villegas, he is 0 for 1, but he's been hitting pretty well for us recently. So we've kept him in the lineup, and he's going to do it again. Villegas drives that one deep left center. That's going to bounce off the wall as well. The run will score. Villegas stand-up double RBI here in the top of the 4th inning. That will move our lead now to 3-0. As Villegas got a hold of that one. Perfect contact and perfect timing. Once again, just another 3 feet higher, 4 feet higher. That ball is out of here. Seems like the humidity may be playing a slight effect in preventing some of these things from being able to get over that fence. But a beautiful hit by him, drives in the run. So we have Villegas at second now, no outs in the inning, and Leroy Colon there coming to the plate. And he's going to hit a high fly ball down the right field line. It looks like they are going to come down with it, but we'll tag up and move our man over to third. We don't go for it at home. No point in trying to risk it here. We do have a 3-0 lead. It's pretty early in the game, and we only had 1 out after that fly out. That's going to bring up Fernando Perez, been one of our better hitters for the outfielders. And he's going to be coming to the plate, batting 9th in our lineup. He's 0 for 1 on the day, and that first pitch is going to be a swing at a slider down in the zone, and that's going to be a whiff and bring the count to 0-1. Now, Dante Dean is a Hurricane pitcher. He has stepped in for relief already, and it's good that we can get to the Hurricane bullpen this quickly. That'll definitely play to our advantage later on in this game and the series. So now Dean comes home to Perez with it. He's going to swing and miss on a pitch on the inside. That was borderline ball strike area, but it's always going to be a strike if you swing and miss. So the count is now 1-2 to Perez. And the next pitch comes in high for a ball, evening it up at 2-2 apiece here in the top of the 4th inning. Once again, the Longhorns do lead 3-0 here with 1 out, and Perez at the plate. Now Dean comes home on the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. A little bit high in the zone, but Perez really wanted it, so he gave it a cut just slightly behind it, and it does go to the backboard. So now count stays 2-2. Perez is going to drive that one up the middle. It's going to get through the infield, and they will not have a play. The shortstop gathers it up in the outfield, but unable to make a play. Perez drives home the run. That's going to be an RBI single here as the score's now been doubled up 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. That will bring Bill Hamill back to the plate, who's going to fake a bunt just to see if they would go for it. And really, that's just me kind of testing out the bunt system. Held in there too long, and so it gets called a strike on that pitch out. 0-1 is the count. They are worried about Perez. He doesn't have the greatest speed in the world, especially for being an outfielder. I'm only coming in at 59, but his ability to steal is pretty high up there, so you do have to keep a watch on it. So 0-1 count to Hamill. Dean comes home with it. We approach the bunt again, and that time we just whiff it. It goes right above us, just slightly out of the zone, but held it in once again, and that's going to be 0-2 now. They're going to check on Perez and continue to get the throw over to first. So all we can say about that is what they say at the real Longhorn Stadium. Boring. And now after that throw over, Dean is finally going to come home with it, and Hamill hits a little blooper over to second base. Looks like Hamill was just off his timing on that one. Probably had to do with some of the throw-overs to first. Not really sure, but hey, it is what it is. A fly out to second is the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Martin Cruz to the plate, our third baseman. As the pitch comes into him, and that first one is going to be called for a ball on the outside. And so here we are now. 1-0 is the count, leading 4-0, 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Cruz 0 for 2 on the day. But he gets a big hit on that one. It is going to be flying back there, but it's going to stay in the park and be caught for an out, as that one will end the top half of this 4th inning. And so we do lead 4-0, 4 runs on 8 hits, 0 errors. Miami does have 2 hits in this ballgame. Dillon is holding it down here as we come to the bottom of the 4th inning. And that first pitch is going to be on the outside, but called for a strike. 0-1 count to Brady Wellington, who is also 0 for 1 on the day. And the next pitch is a changeup down low, but inside the zone. 0-2 is now the count. And Dillon comes home with the 0-2 delivery. That's going to be a high pop-up. Leroy Colon chasing it down just into the outfield, and he'll make an easy catch there for the first out of the inning. And if you look, Dillon is actually going into this game pretty good. He's only got 33 pitches here coming into the 4th inning after the 1 out. So we may be able to get some good long use out of him in this one. And after that first pitch over to Rodriguez, the count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 delivery. That's going to be a swing and a miss on a high fastball just inside the zone. Could not come around on it. 0-2 is where this count stands to Rodriguez. Dillon delivers it home. It's a line drive right to Colon. He's going to make another catch. He's getting his opportunity to play today, and he is coming through in fashion for us here, making great plays in the outfield. He does have a hit for the day. You can't ask more from a young kid like that getting his opportunity. So now here comes Ernesto Vega. He's got 78 hits on the season. That's second most for all Hurricane batters this year. And what is he going to do? He's going to ground out to Colon, and that's going to be 3 outs, all given to Colon on that one, as we will get out of this fourth inning with no hits. So the score does remain 4-0 here after 4 innings. And this is a good performance overall by the Longhorn pitching staff and our batting. And we're going to catch up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dillon is still in the game as he comes in with only 51 pitches here to start out this 6th inning. And that first pitch is going to be high for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Eddie Davenport, who is 1 for 1 on the day for the Hurricane offense. And he's going to hit a grounder over to Cruz. He's going to fire it over to first. And that's going to be an easy out for this Longhorn team as we will remain 5-0. No hit for the Hurricanes on that one, as they will have one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now, Salvatore Cruz comes up batting 8th in this lineup for Miami. He is 0 for 1 on the day, but he's been pretty hot the last, few games, but going 10 for 35. And just under 300, it's kind of what you expect, but you need to, if you're going to have a winning team, you need to have a little bit better batting average than that. And he's going to hit a grounder to Ramirez at shortstop, who fires it over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Dillon may not always be getting a good number of strikeouts, but he gets people out other ways. He hasn't hit soft pop-ups, soft line drives, ground outs. He's becoming pretty much an expert in that one. Now Manuel Vizquez for the Hurricanes comes up. The last 8 games has been on a pretty good run at the plate as we try to shut him down in this one as Dillon fires that fastball inside. They do call it a strike, but it did look like it was a little bit on the edge of the zone. And that next pitch is going to be a swing and a miss for a strike on another fastball. 1-2 is the count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dillon delivers, and that's going to be lined foul by the Hurricanes, Vizquez. And so the count remains 1-2. Now Dillon comes home with that delivery, and that's going to be called strike looking. Backwards K for that young man. Great off-speed pitch down in the zone, just hitting it right there in the corner, and that's going to give us a big-time boost that we need. So here we come down to the bottom of the 8th inning. Guess who's still on the mound for us here is Dillon, and the first batter is going to hit a high little pop-up over to Falk at first base. Dillon in the 8th inning with 1 out now. He's gone 7 1/3. He's only got 74 pitches on the evening. That's fairly low. We can let him go for a little bit longer. And I'm not sure, but we may be looking at a possible complete game shutout as that next batter on 1 pitch lines out to Ramirez at shortstop. And then we're down with 2 outs relatively quickly. So here 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dillon delivers that one, a high pop-up. Perez is chasing it, and he's not going to be able to get to it. He does dive and give it the hell of an effort, just not able to come up with it. Now, Angelo Becerra, 0 for 2 on the day for the Hurricanes, but he is fighting here at the plate with 2 foul-offs, making the count 0-2. Now, Dillon on the 0-2 delivery comes home with it, and that's going to be a grounder right over to Colon, and that's going to get past him, and it does go into the outfield. So he will get a hit right there, and that'll keep this inning going for this Hurricane offense. As they come to it now with a man on first, Eddie Davenport is to the plate, 1-2. As we kind of bounce that one in and just throw it down to second just to be safe. Count is 1-0 as Dillon takes a look from the stretch and fires that other one in, and that's going to bounce away this time. And that's going to allow the runner to get over there to second. As 2 wild pitches in a row, and we're going to go ahead and start getting something going in the bullpen. Need to give him some relief, get somebody up just in case things start to go haywire for us. And so we're going to look at Ryan Kidd possibly here. Now we are in the 8th inning. Dillon's energy is getting kind of low, but I want to give him a shot at least to get out of this inning at most. And so that next pitch comes in as a strike. The next 2 are going to be fastballs down low in the zone, and that count is now 2-2 to Davenport. with 2 outs here as he swings, and that's a high pop-up over towards the Longhorn bullpen. Cruz almost comes up with it on the dive, just unable to. So 2-2 delivery once again, and that's going to be a strike down in the zone. He was looking at it. Davenport backwards K for that man, as Dylan will get out of the 8th inning, and that would lead us to basically a victory that we needed pretty big time, 6-0. Now, we did bring in Kidd in the 9th inning to shut this one down. It does not give him a save or anything, but, hey, it gives Dylan the rest he needed, and it gives us a big win. As we got 6 runs on 14 hits and 0 errors, as the Hurricanes had 0 runs on only 4 hits given up by Dylan. He had a great performance out there, hitting the zone in all different areas of the corners and getting a lot of easy ground outs and pop outs, while the Longhorn bats seemed to wake up this evening and drive in some big runs off big hits. Unfortunately, they didn't go, all of them didn't go over the fence. Most of them were bounced off the fence, but Darren Cochran did come up with 1 home run to center field there that made us go from 4-0 to 5-0 in that one. So now we're going to advance on to the last game of the series. And we are here in the 9th inning trying to shut this one down with Andre Hammond on the mound, as we do lead 3-2 here in Game 4. We did lose Game 3, so we have an opportunity to take 3 out of 4 from Miami here in Miami. And so after a couple first 2 pitches, the count is 0-2. Hammond delivers it, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strikeout number 1 for Hammond. Stepping up here to close this one out in a 1-run ball game, gets the first hitter out. That's a big one that is needed, and that'll bring up Eddie Davenport. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon, but that's a swing and a miss because it doesn't matter what he did before. All that matters is what he does now. The first pitch is a swing and a miss for a strike. Next one is going to be a grounder to Ramirez. Pretty hard hit. Ramirez throws it and sails it over a first baseman's head. Thankfully, it bounced off the wall, so he does remain at first as the catcher gathered it up and back up in the backup role. And that will give Ramirez an error, one of his first on the season. So now Hammond from the stretch eyes a runner at first and comes home with the delivery. That's going to be a slider on the outside called for a ball. 1-0 is the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning to the Hurricane offense, as that next pitch evens it up at 1-1. They do have a man on first, so technically the leading run is at home and game-tying run is sitting there on first. That next pitch was an off-speed down low in the zone for a strike. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Oh, they're going to call that one a ball on the inside. So 2-2 is the count as Hammond comes home with it. And that's going to be a basically line foul for the Hurricanes, as Wellington couldn't quite come around on it fast enough. So it remains 2-2 as Hammond delivers it. He's going to line it out to the shortstop. We throw it over to first, try to double him up. Ramirez trying to make up for the error he had just committed, but unable to right there. But we do have 2 outs now. And Rafael Barban is coming to the plate 0 for 3 on the day. He is the winning run here and trying to at least get something out of it just to keep the inning alive. But that first pitch comes in as a strike. The second pitch will get the inside edge as a strike as well. He's in trouble now, 0-2. Hammond looking to close this one out. Delivers a pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Oh, fastball down and in. They called it for a ball, so the count is 1-2. And here's the delivery, and they got him on that one. That's going to be a strikeout. Looking a backwards K for Barban as Hammond finishes this one off. And then we will take 3 out of 4 from Miami, as we are working our way back up the ladder in the Big 12 to try to reclaim our spot on top there. That was a good game by this Longhorn team. 9 hits, 3 runs all gathered in the 7th inning to give us the win. Now, with that in mind, I do just want to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it already. And if you did like today's video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up because it really does help out the channel. And we definitely appreciate everything that y'all do for us here at Champ & Sons Gaming. So now we are 38-40. We're number 3 in the Big 12, looking to continue to work our way up. And we will do that in the future episodes as the season continues and the grind of the summer hits full swing. So with that in mind, everybody, I will see y'all in the next episode. So stay safe, and well, y'all know how it goes, right? Later, y'all.